Good morning, Massachusetts. Welcome to MAC News. I am Kaleb and I'm here to bring you a biannual update report on Massachusetts. This portion of today's broadcast will be focused on the Salem witch trials. Starting in February of last year, it was reported that 3 women were accused of witchcraft and sorcery by 3 young girls who suffered from fits and nightmares. These fits included screaming randomly in large outbursts and mumbling very unique and strange sounds. In some cases, they would even have their whole body contorted completely into different positions. The 3 girls are identified as Elizabeth Paris, 9 years old, Abigail Williams, 11 years old, and Ann Putnam, 11 years old. The 3 women who were accused of witchcraft were identified as Tibuta, a Native American slave who was owned by the Paris household, Sarah Good, a homeless beggar, as well as an elderly impoverished woman named Sarah Osborne. The 3 were brought before the court and were interrogated for several days starting on March 1st, 1692. As Osborne and Good pled innocence, Tibuta confessed and said, "The devil came to me and bid me serve him." She went on to explain in great detail of these images she had been seeing of black dogs, red cats, yellow birds, and an entity she had described as a black man that had wanted her to sign a book that would essentially sell her soul into witchery. She submitted she had signed the aforementioned book and also said there were other witches looking to eliminate the Puritans. As a result of her testimony, Tibuta, Good, and Osborne were all put into jail. Soon after, they were detained.
The sheer disappointment and pain in his eyes.
Soon after they were detained, many people started accusing their neighbors of witchcraft. May 27, 1692, Governor William Phips set an order in place for the establishment of the court of Oyer to hear and Terminer to decide. The first known execution of an accused witch was Bridget Bishop, an elderly woman known around the community as a gossip. Her plea of innocence wasn't enough as she was hanged on June 10th at the place known later as Gallows Hill. Here is footage that we had managed to capture on Bishop's trial.
Okay, so, Miss Bishop, you have been known as like the town gossip, correct?
Yes.
You are?
Yeah.
And do you know where some of your information goes and comes from?
No, not really. I mean, it just happens, I guess.
So it comes up in conversation when you're with other women, of course, right?
Yes.
Or perhaps from another supernatural origin.
Are you serious? That's ridiculous.
Are you sure that it's so ridiculous to think that you might be a witch just so then you have crippling information on the good people of Massachusetts and Salem?
No, I'm not a witch. What are you talking about, dog?
We have several eyewitness accounts that say otherwise for you. We heard rumors of chanting. We also heard rumors of you talking with people who aren't there in your own home.
This guy, right? What? No!
That's enough testimony from you. Guards, take her away.
No!
No!
On the 15th of June, a minister by the name of Cotton Mather wrote to the court pleading that they not allow the use of spectral evidence, which is testimony based on dreams and visions. But alas, the court shut down his request and executed 5 more people in July, 5 in August, and then finally another 8 in September. For example, another alleged accusation was a couple named Giles and Martha Corey. With the Coreys being very loyal members of the church in Salem Village, this concerned the community and led the community to believe that if they could be witches, anyone could. Giles Corey was pressed to death on September 19, 1692. Just 3 days later, his wife, Martha Corey, was then executed by hanging on September 22nd. We will now share with you footage of Giles Corey's sentence being carried out after he was found guilty. Please be warned, this may be graphic for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
This man, you know your name, has been accused and convicted of the crimes of witchcraft and sorcery.
It wasn't me, sir. I promise you, it wasn't me.
Save your lies. We officially on the court, as well as many witnesses.
It wasn't me, I promise you.
We have many witnesses saying otherwise.
No, it wasn't me.
You are now sentenced and you will experience being pressed to
I'm
death.
sorry.
Here is the first couple of sentences.
Ah!
We will crush the evil out of you.
Ah! Stop, it wasn't me!
You
I
can't
promise you!
save your breaths, you witch.
It's getting hard to breathe. It wasn't me.
Alright.
Stop.
We have half our load on you right now.
It wasn't me.
You'll die.
Oh, it's so hard.
Quit your breathing and make it easy.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Stop your breathing right now. We almost have the entire weight on you. You should be dead. He be dead and go fire and go fire and burn in the depths of hell where he belongs. This is what happens when you see witches. This is what happens whenever we accuse witches and execute them. Good day, Massachusetts.
MHC News was able to capture footage of another accusation of alleged witchery and an example of how to avoid persecution.
Ms. Thompson,
Yes, there's I.
you have been accused of witchcraft and sorcery. The highest penalty is execution. How do you plead?
What? I plead not guilty. What's this nonsense?
Someone has accused you of witchcraft, and I'm afraid that you're gonna have to come with me.
No! Wait! No! Wait! I know another witch. I know one.
Who is it?
Her name's Miss Smith. I seen her in her house fireplace. I saw it tinged slightly more red before. I tested her.
So, you are willing to risk her life to save your own in a court of law?
Yes, I'm willing to testify on my life, but what I've seen is true.
Well, we will bring you both to the court of Oyer and Turner tomorrow.
Good day, sir.
On October 3rd, Cotton Mather's son, Increase Mather, president of Harvard, accomplished his father's agenda by denouncing spectral evidence. He said, and I quote, "It were better that 10 suspected witches should escape than one innocent person be condemned." End quote. Oh, sorry? What is it? Well, this just in. We have received an anonymous report from a reliable source that Governor Phipps has now dissolved the Salem court of Oyer and Terminer after 14 women and 5 men were hanged. Now all current prisoners accused of witchcraft and sorcery are being released due to massive protest and the overall loss of confidence in the justice system of the city of Salem. We'll bring a live feed to the proclamation as well as interviews of several citizens after the proclamation was given out.
Please welcome our Governor, William Phipps.
Good day, town of Salem. I am Governor Phipps. You know me as the governor who has established the official Oyer and Terminus courts in Salem this year. Now, I come here to say that since then, sadly, we have had a plethora of witches being accused and jailed for their crimes. As in regards to the court, I used to be one of the people who believed that the court was justified. We must end the evil that plagues our town. But as one well-known colleague of mine has said in a very strongly written letter, he would dismiss the use of dreams and visions, as you people would put it, in a legal court of law. He would much rather have 10 witches walk free than one innocent be killed. And I agree with that sentiment, and that is why I banned the use of spectral evidence in the Oyer and Terminus courts. And now I'm here today to take that a step further, to make sure that no witch will ever be falsely accused and killed in the court of law ever again. So, on this day, on October 29th, 1692, I, Governor Phibbs of Massachusetts, now disband the Oyer and Terminus courts. And any prisoners that have been accused of witchcraft and sorcery that are jailed are now released. For those of you who agree with me, we have reached a period of which we realize our superstitious beliefs were, how should we put it, undeserving. We have no reason to hold any superstitious beliefs anymore in the world away from Old England. So let us keep our beliefs away from Old England, as well as our superstitions. Thank you, Massachusetts. The Oyer and Terminus courts have always been founded on nothing but stories. Like, I always believed it was, pish-posh. And I am undoubtedly glad that the Oyer and Terminus courts have been fully removed from our state of society, and we can finally move on to a new point in our society and move us ever forward in the great land of Massachusetts.
Here in Massachusetts, we should not, even though sorcery and witchcraft is bad, we should not let it have a place in the court of law. I mean, everybody knows here that it's unmoral. Yet here in Salem, we believe that there are good moral people here. And for all the people who do practice it, they know what the punishment is.
The trials in Salem about witchcraft and sorcery I always thought were a farce. I thank the Creator that he finally got rid of the blasted court with the horrendous trials. Too many young women, well, not young, but too many innocent women died because of those horrendous trials and because of false accusations.
And that's going to be it for today's broadcast. Thank you for watching MHC News. I'm Kaleb Cowart. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching this broadcast. No humans or witches were harmed during the production of this film. Thank you to Brandon and Xavier for our skits, and Kaleb as our news anchor and editor. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.